Okay, so I made it to level 31, and this is the build, level 31. So I'm all in on Dragon Lord, 41 points. I've got my roar, got my displacement, got all the tactical DCs. This Battlefield Tactician 4 makes anything that I attack take the acid damage that I'm dealing out. So really, it doesn't matter what damage type you pick because you can force the mobs to take your damage. These are my defensives, and then this here just gives me more damage. That's my Dragon Flight, and then this is more damage. Over here, I get knockdown immunity from Standfast, and I get a bunch of health and helplessness damage reduction over there, and then so that's strong. We're still 11 points, 13 points, pardon me, in Fate Arc Illusionist, where I'm still using the Phase Sword. And I have Charisma to hit, I have Color Spray, You've Got My Back, and I've got some more saving throws, and then we're all in Drow because we're stacking spell resist. So that's the heroic. And if you saw the build in heroic was a little bit different. When I was leveling up, I was in Vistani. And we went all the way up to get Miststalker 4 and Celerity. That gives us immunity to negative energy drain and double strike. I also got a bunch of other good defensives out of this tree. But once we got into epics, whenever I hit level 23 and I was able to get Shadow Striker, that is 5% double strike and immunity to energy drain. I dropped Vistani, and then I jumped into Stalwart Defender for knockdown immunity because I didn't have it. So now my build is 37 points in Shadow Dancer, and then we're going to put all the rest of the points we get in Fury of the Wild. And then we have 6 points in Unyielding Sentinel because I want renewal. And so this is my build that I've come up with. Our Epic Strike is Quick Cut. We also take advantage of Primal Scream and some healing and some more damage out of Fury of the Wild. And we get a lot of nice stuff with these cores in unconsciousness range. Over here we get evasion, so now we're in light armor. We take less threat with us. We also benefit from Night Shield, so technically we don't need Got Your Back anymore. We get reflex saves, hiding in plain sight. I get a bunch of armor class reflex saves from this, plus light armor bonuses. And we are using the mantle from Shadow Dancer, so we're getting Shadow Form, which gives us 30% movement speed, sneak speed, and it gives us Ghost Touch and bypassing incorporeality. This here gives us a stacking 25% incorporeality and 25% concealment, and they stack with everything. And then this also gives us 15% more towards helpless targets, and anything that we roar or successfully color spray is considered helpless. We're getting illusion DCs here. We're getting armor fortification bypass here. We're getting more to hit here, and it also makes us immune to silence. Not that we need to worry about silence or blindness, but this here, because we're using a finesse weapon, this works for us just a taste. This basically makes it so that we get temporary hit points every time we kill a monster, and also that we no longer trigger pressure plates. This adds to our color spray DC, and if for some reason I dropped color spray, we could drop this, but for now the build has color spray. And then this is our epic moment. It's probably one of the strongest in the game. We become invisible, and then we basically PK anything that attacks us for 20 seconds. If it swings at you and misses, it's PK'd with no saving throw, and it hits all the time, and that can happen to any monster, so it's very strong. So we'll go actually and try it out, and we'll do the same tests that we've been doing, and we'll go to Sharn. This is where I did the ranged tests. I did not do the spell tests in Sharn. I did the spell tests in the Extreme Challenge. But the spell testing was a little bit different. So we'll see. Oh, I need to pick this up. Okay, and the reason we're going to Sharn Welcome is because all these mobs are all tweaked up really high in Sharn. And so I'll show you guys how my build plays, and then we'll test
lofty towers. She can help you contact Lucien Vaughn.
more.
Isabelle tells you to take the elevator up to the terrace, then speak to Lucien Vaughn. Her employer wants you to pass along some information about the Stormreach beacon. You enter the boarding house, an island of quiet in the hustle and bustle of the city. A genial halfling nods to you from behind the front desk.
So I'm basically going to
shatters the tranquility of the boarding house.
try to get this Famine Reaper with
Smoking ruin. You'll have to find another way up to
my
the
roar,
terrace.
which I did.
The windows shatter, and agile forms swarm in from sky coaches outside.
And you can see the damage numbers are really big. My base damage is around 250. And when it procs, basically can be any number. If we have a bunch of built-in healing, that makes it, you know, somewhat easier.
Operation and transformed it into his place of business.
I'm gonna roar on all this stuff here. I want to get this, yeah, the sorcerer right there. See, I hit that dude for 6,000. And you can see, yeah, it's between 250 and 350 for the base damage. And then it procs, like, crits, depending on what happens with the quick cuts. And I roared on them, so they're going to take extra damage. So that 10,000, that was because it was taking double damage. So you can see, it's not double actually, but it's, if we look at my helpless damage bonus is 70%. Oh, actually, right now it's 50%. When I do some skills, that goes up. My fortification bypass, 71%. And you can see the avoidance defenses that we have. Incorporeal 25, conceal 75, dodge 23. That's insanely good. So we're very strong. So I roared on all of these, and I'm going to try to take out this champ. So anything that we sunder is forced to take our acid damage. So this is the Damage Lord build. This is the build that I came up with. It's really, really strong. You can see all those damage numbers. It's just damage, just non-stop. Crazy amounts of damage. For some reason, I'm not hitting these people. I think I have to move. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I just roared on all of them, and I PK'd 4 of them.
Blocks the elevator shaft as well as the nearby door.
We'll get this champ over here, hit him with the Sunder, and then a quick cuts. So you can see it's around 250, and then it doubles to 500, and then if it crits, it hits even more. What we'll do, though, is at the end here, we're going to hit our epic moment. So you guys can see how strong it is. It's really good.
The way
Right
to
here.
the terrace is just ahead, but one final group of attackers blocks your path. You hear a piercing call from the
So
direction
I'm
of the
covered by
terrace.
my epic moment right
This
now.
descends the ramp, one unlike anything you've seen before.
So anything that misses us should be PK'd, although this stuff is hitting me, that's why it's not being PK'd, but... There. Yeah, so that one got it, that one got it. We gotta take out the sorcerer, because the sorcerer is going to knock us down. Okay, so there we go. Really strong. And so now we'll just focus on these two. And I'm in light armor, keep in mind, right? And I have second wind. I'm healing with renewal. I'm at 55%. If I go to 30%, I will use my second wind. Going to focus the dinosaur just because it's the one thing that could probably take me out, because it's trying to knock me down. I have knockdown immunity, but it's still really annoying. The thing's constantly jumping at you and stuff. But you can see, I mean, for light armor with no shield, really strong. Oh, quick cuts. There, we hit him for like a bunch of big hits. And I did not have to use the second wind.
The figure on the sky coach ahead matches the description of Lucien Vaunt. He seems unruffled by the attack.
I have a message for you.
So we were able to do, you can see how easy it is with the build that I have, right?
Good money to get it, after all. Don't think for a moment that you can.
And so now what we'll do the same quest again, and we'll just jump into the different destinies and see how easy or how hard it is to do what we just did. Now, there are variables that we can't control for, like Reapers and champions, things like that. But for the most part, it should be something that we can check out and see. So we're going to basically keep ourselves here. I'm not going to alter this. I'm not going to alter this. Even though we probably will try another epic strike. Basically, what we're really going to focus on is the core of my build, which is this Shadow Dancer. And you can see I have to pay 300,000 plat in order to redo this.